doing. You're the most important part.
Yeah, I think we can do me next, and we're going to go to...
This is your daily routine, and it's good to show this.
Yeah, basically my daily routine.
A lot of people have heard about your problems going on here, your situation, and they're wondering what they can do to help. And some people are gathering together and putting out flyers and emails and saying, how can we help Vera? And Angela Fox is one of those people. Can you tell us how is Angela helping you? How are you part of that? How can these people help?
Well, Angela Fox and others have asked to help, and one of them is also, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Asha Canalos, and she's part of the Mini Sink residents who have a compressor station in Mini Sink, New York, and they've gone through hell fighting for their safety and their lives and their health, living next to a compressor station that emits toxic emissions 24/7. So she drew a picture of me, and that's being spread. And that's also on the Angela Fox fundraiser site, and it's connected with Angela's Mother's Project, which is it's on Facebook. So they put together a fundraiser. So anyone that would like to contribute, that would be appreciated and would be wonderful. But I'm collecting money to help with my appeals. I'm going to appeal 2 parts of the court orders against me, which would be a permanent injunction and also a contempt charge that was lodged against me based on false testimony of a gas worker and no photographs. And I'd like to be able to appeal those 2 things, so I need some funding for that. And I'm also interested, there is a fine. I was levied a $1,000 fine, which I don't want to pay at this point. It's going to Cabot. They asked for $1,000 towards their legal fees, and I have to pay that within 45 days starting April 25th. At this point, I'd like not to as a protest because I feel I didn't do anything. I didn't violate the injunction. Cabot brought false witness against me. They found a gas worker willing to lie under oath and perjure himself, which is, by the way, a felony. So I feel sorry for the guy that he's willing to do that. So otherwise, I would like also to raise some money to help families in my county in Dimmock, Franklin Forks, Lenox, Bridgewater Township. We have about 10 townships, which are towns, villages, that have contaminated water because of gas drilling nearby. And we have a new testing process that I heard about from Penn State. It's a forensics testing that's very highly sensitive to be able to detect chemicals, possible fracking chemicals at sensitive levels, and to be able to identify them. So we want more data to show that we are being exposed. Our aquifers are being damaged and compromised and contaminated and polluted. So that I need some funding for that, and get a group of families, up to 20 families I'd like to have tested, their water wells, and we want to see what the results will be from that also. So I'm excited about that, actually, the data, even more than my appeal. I'd like to see if we can get more data to prove that we are being contaminated, since the industry has denied any studies, any data that shows that they are damaging our water and our air. Yes, what I'm looking for in a lawyer or lawyers is someone who is passionate about the environment, passionate about our civil rights, passionate about the earth, safety and taking care of what we have, and being able to and feel strong and unafraid to stand up to this conglomerate billionaire industries and be able to speak strongly, with fire, with confidence, and to stand up for not only my situation or anyone else who's in this situation. So if anyone's interested, please consider contacting me, and you can be able to represent me or be a consultant or be part of a team so that we can go to the next appeals, to the next level, and be able to win this case and to show how it's been abusive, how it's been biased, and not following the law of the land and catering to an industry that wants its way no matter what. So this is it. He agrees, and then whatever my lawyers object to, he denies. Whatever Cabot objects to, he sustains. He's very biased, very pro-Cabot, and of course he's leased. And he needs to recuse himself, which he should have done from the beginning. And he hasn't. In Dimmock with 3 other people that I brought for a tour and parked my car there, which I didn't do and I wouldn't do because I've been careful not to violate the injunction. I'm not interested in violating it. I'm interested in getting the information out, which I've been doing since 2008. I want a trial. I want to be heard. I want them, all of their alleged trespassing that they claim that I did, that they consider a problem, that I've been doing, visiting, being in the area for 5 years, talking to workers. Before they had guards, they had signs that said, go to the visitors go to the manager of the property, I forgot, the supervisor. So I would go to the supervisor, talk to them, they would take me in, me and the people with me, talk to us, let us take pictures, answer questions, I would videotape. I was doing all this, Cabot knew about it. I had a working relationship even with Cabot for years. I would call them up and say, hey, you know, we got media coming in, all kinds of media was coming in. They want to do a report, do you want to do an interview? They want to hear both sides besides just my side and the people who are harmed. They would like to hear the industry side. So I would write to them, do emails back and forth, George Stark, emails back and forth, phone calls, and talk to them and come to their headquarters, and they would talk to the people I brought Janice object to. I said, first of all, I don't want Cabot telling me where to be on a public road. They shouldn't have that power. They shouldn't say where I can stand, walk, park on a public road. This is where I live. I don't want them to tell private landowners where I can be. Private landowners who want me there, who are giving me permission, they shouldn't have to override the landowner. Third, the judge revoked client-lawyer privilege and revealed emails between me and my 2 attorneys concerning the negotiations of the final injunction. So we want to appeal that too because we consider that objectionable and unacceptable and against my civil rights and anyone's civil rights in the whole United States. And there was clauses in there that said, the last clause said, you agree not to appeal this or contest this. And that was horrible to me. What do you mean I can't appeal it? Why do I have to sign that? It was like a gag order. You cannot appeal this. And then there were some added clauses where, you know, they said, oh, you can be 25 feet away. You can stand across the road. And then when I read it, it was, you can't be on the public road when you stand across the road. You got to be off the public road. You got to be on the public right of way, which I understand to be the grass and how many feet, they don't specify. Then when I talk to other people, yeah, we don't know if there's public roads access everywhere. It's really a utility public access, not public. So it was all this, that was a bothersome. And then they said some other things about having power. You know, I was unhappy about them saying if I'm on private property with permission, you still have to stay a certain distance, that 25 feet or 100 feet if it's an active site. Oh, and then there was another clause that disturbed me. If there's a problem at our sites and there's an emergency and we have emergency personnel there besides Cabot, we have the county personnel. If Cabot says to you and you're there, me, Miss Scroggins is there, and we ask you to leave, you need to leave. It's not just the emergency responders talking to me. We Cabot now are the number one who control you even when there's an emergency. I said, but why are they the number one? If emergency people are there, they will tell who they want to stay away. They normally do. They'll say, you know, we need this buffer, we need that buffer, depending how severe the case is or the situation. They now wanted to control also the emergency. They know what to do.
police know what to do. If the police don't want us somewhere, Cabot now wanted to be overriding everyone, that they were going to say what I was to do. Only me, where I was to stand. And if they said, we want you out of here while the emergency is there, because I'm there with my camera, of course. I'm there recording them. I'm there to show what is actually happening in the emergency so the public can see it, not just the private people, not just our county, not just the industry. We want the people to see this. So they put that clause in. I said, I didn't like that clause either. I don't like them now having control even over our county people. Like, who are they? They're the ones who entered our county. They entered our state. We were here first. We're the ones who are living here. I consider them invaders. They invaded my county. And now they want to control what I, a citizen who is exposing them, concerned citizen is exposing them. They want to control all these different parts of the situation. So this is the outrageous stuff that's going on in Pennsylvania, in my county, and it needs to be exposed and revealed because citizens' rights are being violated, civil rights are being violated, so that industry can have their way with us and in our county. And our judicial system is compromised, the judge is compromised, and they're willing, for me, there's no real justice here. I hope next time I'm not in my county, I don't want to be before this judge, I don't want to be in Montrose, the county courthouse. I need to be in another venue where possibly there might be some justice in Pennsylvania. I need to have evidence of that personally. Right now, there's so much compromise and corruption. We're the top 5 corrupted states in the United States. So there's so much of that. The judges, the legislators are catering to the industry and are afraid to go against it. That's the kind of influence we have here with this kind of an industry. They've taken over my county and they've taken over our state. And that's what I want to expose and continue to expose so that people are warned. Do not let them in your state. Do not let them in your country. Because once they're there, they consider themselves above the law, beyond the law, and they will take advantage every way they can to promote their agenda, to make as much profits as they can at our expense, our lives, our health, our safety, the environment's safety, the water's safety, the air. They will compromise all of that, make as much as they can, and then leave us with the mess, and we will have to somehow deal with it, clean it up if it can be cleaned, and they will just take off or dissolve or change names or go bankrupt. And they will do to us what so many other industries have done to the citizens for the past 100 years. So if we haven't learned our lessons yet, then I don't know what to tell you. You may have to go through the grinder again and see if we can learn the lesson that those who are motivated by profit primarily will take advantage of the people and will let us get harmed and deny that there's any harm and make like they're good neighbors, which is the game plan. And they will silence any opposition, silence any protest, and do whatever they can to demonize us, charge us with phony, bogus charges, drag us through the courts, and have the judges and lawyers complicit in this who are willing to protect the industry, and we are at their mercy. And when they do that, they will put phony charges, fines on us, and put us in jail to try and silence us. And we need to stop this. We need to realize we can no longer allow this kind of dirty, toxic industries in our midst. Thank you for listening, and thank you for recording this and being willing to hear my story.
What are you thinking of doing? You're the most important part.
Yeah, I think we can do me next, and we're going to go to...
this is your daily routine, and it's good to show this.
Yeah, basically my daily routine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Do you know the